Yo, what is going on, you orange Oricorios? Today we're taking a look at Shintaro Ito's second place Blacephalon deck, and it is a super interesting list from the draw engine line, where he's opting for the 4 welder, 4 Cynthia. He still has 1 Lily in here. It's definitely an interesting choice. I would assume you'd want to just like opt to not have Lily in your deck anymore once you get down to 1. Maybe a second Hapu would be a little bit better. Only 3 B string, generally the biggest, most impactful, most important card in the deck. Only opting for 3 of these, but he did end up fitting the 4 custom catcher and the reset stamp in here. Opted for a Naganadel split, not super heavy into the GXs, but also not playing 0 of the new Naganadel GX, so the 3-2 split on the Naganadels. I like this personally, the split where it's not like super heavy into the Naganadel GX, but you still have 1 or 2 in there to give you some draw power throughout the game. You're going to have extra Ultra Beast at pretty much all points throughout the game, so there's really no reason not to play at least 1 of these. And then the other big card in his list that he opted to play was 2 Heatran GX. Now, this is a super interesting card in this deck. I think it's very good against Malamar, the Steaming Stomp, doing 130 damage. You can kind of retreat in between them and move the energy around if you want to. One-shotting Garatinas every turn, and then you got the Hot Burn GX, which you can use to take 1 big knockout and not lose your energy in play, which is the big thing. So you can do like a Hot Burn GX with like 6 energy on the Heatran, 1-shot a tag team, and then if they don't knock you out back, that's fine. You can then retreat into a Blacephalon and either welder to the Blacephalon, or maybe you have 1 energy on it, you attach another energy, maybe you have 2 energy on it from a B string, and then you can just go with a Mind Blown to take another 1-shot. But it leaves you, it doesn't leave you in that situation with Blacephalon where you go Mind Blown, discard 6 energy, and sure, maybe your opponent can't knock you out in response, but then you just don't have enough energy in play to take another knockout anyway. So the Hot Burn really helps with that situation that can come up in the Blacephalon deck from time to time. So yeah, super interesting list from Shintaro when he did take 2nd place last weekend at the World Championships. I'm super interested to see how it runs, so let's go ahead and get into some games and see how it goes. Into one here, got a mulligan to start off with. It's okay though, we're going first, so it's worth the trade-off in that advantage. 2 treasures, that's great. Heatran start, not as great. We can look for like a turn 2 welder to get this guy attacking if we want. Kind of depends on what our opponent's playing though, where we're gonna go. Definitely gonna use these treasures. Looks like probably get rid of a Hapu and a welder. Maybe get rid of a custom catcher. Kind of depends on what our opponent's playing. Mulligan twice here, that's not good. Up against a PikaROM deck. Okay. So yeah, I think definitely get rid of... how good is the Hapu? Hapu seems pretty good. I like the idea of the Hapu more than the welder and the custom catcher. And we definitely are not getting rid of B-String. So we're gonna get 2 Poiples here. I'm not going to get the Mew quite yet, even though we are up against the PikaROM, because it's not necessary in all games against PikaROM. It's just a nice card to have to potentially use. So yeah, we're not going to grab it immediately, though. Just going to Cynthia for 6, see what we get. Nothing too spectacular. It looks like we might be going with the Dene next turn, actually. Yeah, I'm going to still attach active, because we could go to Dene into welder and then attack with the Heatran. And I will pass over to my opponent now. Yeah, we could just go with Dede Change instead of playing the Lily, and then try and find a welder combo, so we can just start using Steaming Stomp to start doing some damage. You can also Cherish Ball, get an Naganadel GX probably, and then kind of go from there. There's the Volkner start for our opponent. Excuse me. Never the most ideal turn 1 supporter, but it kind of can usually get you what you need to get going as the PikaROM deck. Usually when I see Volkner, I usually feel pretty safe about them not getting a turn 1 full blitz, but they did get 2 mulligans, and they have the Coco Prism in play already. So this one, I could definitely see them getting turn 1 full blitz. I wouldn't be very surprised if they got a turn 1 full blitz here. We do have the Mew as a good response to protect against the Tag Bolt on the next turn, but we'll see. We'll see what they end up having here for sure. There's the Zeraora and the PikaROM, so they got the GXs they need. They got the free retreat from Zeraora. They got their attacker, their best early game attacker in the PikaROM. Yeah, it's really just going to come down to now what else they find here. There is the Choo Choo as well, so they're pretty much all set up, ready to go. One thing nice about the Heatrans, 190 HP, is they do need, if they want to get a knockout here, a fast, aggressive knockout here, they do need 2, what are they called? 2 E-powers, not just 1. So that's nice for us. They could hit us with the Tandem Shock plus 1 E-power, though, and that would be a knockout. So they have that available to themselves as well. But we'll see what they end up going with here. No decisions made yet. Still playing slow out of the hand. They've already played their supporter in the Volkner. So the only way to get any other kind of relevant draw off this turn would be to use a Dede Change out of hand, looks like they probably don't have that going for them. So I think it's going to be our turn here in just a second. Yep. There's the Passover. And yeah, we'll see. So I'm going to Cherish Ball here. I'm going to get us an Naganadel GX. Definitely want to set up one of these guys. I might go with the Lily this turn. Bench a Blacephalon. I think we will just go ahead and put the Mew down. I'm going to attach to... I guess I still attach to the Act. I mean, they could knock us out next turn. That's kind of what I'm scared of. So I think I'm actually going to attach to the bench. And then we'll just Lily. I'm not going to go with the Dedenne quite yet. There is 3 Welders. That is definitely too many Welders in the hand. And we're just going to go ahead and pass over to our opponent. Kind of unfortunate that we're stuck with this guy in the active, but it might not end up being that big of a detriment here later on. Might actually end up being fine. Triple Welder in hand is a little annoying. So yeah, the full blitz will be coming out for our opponent here for sure on this turn. Energy switch here, or they could grab something else, depending on what they have in their hand. To combo with what they got. It's very possible they don't knock us out this turn actually though, because of the 190 HP that I've been talking about of the Heatran. The 190 HP can be super annoying to deal with. So there's a sad fate from our... They only grabbed an energy switch off Volkner. That was either a misclick, or here's a Viridian Forest. So I feel like it probably wasn't a misclick. It might have been a misclick. But there's Viridian Forest to get an energy. So I feel like it probably wasn't a misclick, but I guess it could have been. Either way, they're going to be able to full blitz this turn if they want, and it looks like they're going to. Kind of makes me regret not attaching to the active, I guess, a little bit, but like there was a good chance they could knock us out. I don't know. We definitely can't attack next turn. Unless we top deck an energy, then we can Welder into it. If we top deck an energy, we can definitely go for the Welder play. Oh, actually, we have the Viridian Forest now. So we can Viridian Forest, Welder to the active, and then go with that as an attack. That would be fine with me. So that's probably what we're going to go for here. And just go ahead and punch this PikaROM for 130. And then go from there. We can bring it up, chase it down. Chase it down later with custom catchers if we want. Or something like that. Kind of depends on the way our opponent chooses to play out the game. But yeah, we can still go with the steaming stuff, especially because they put, specifically because they put the Viridian Forest in play for us. So, oh, they are just going aggressive though. There's a Tag Ball. Super aggressive from our opponent. I didn't expect that at all. But yeah, we'll see where it goes. Yeah, super aggressive Tag Bolt there from our opponent. Viridian Forest away, a Welder, get an energy. I think I'm going to Welder these two to the active to start here. And then we're probably going to follow up with Dene, depending on what we draw. There's a B-String. So we've got the Knockout ready to go. We can knock out the PikaROM. That's the start we're looking for to the turn. Bench the Poipole, and then we're going to go with the Dede change. See some more cards, ideally. Another B-String is great. Put those over there. And then attach another one into play. Charging up. All good so far. No room for the second Blacephalon. I don't really want to get rid of that Blacephalon because we kind of want that Blacephalon. We are out of Welders, but yeah, we still want that Blacephalon, I think. And then we're going to go with Mind Blown. Got to discard 5, 3, 4, 5. I kind of want to leave these here to potentially use this guy's attack with the Beast Energy. And we can like snipe. We can go like Burst GX. For a prize, and then we can snipe a Dedenne for the last 2 prizes, so I want to keep that option available. Yeah, they went super aggressive there. I was expecting the full blitz to set up another attacker, but they just went all out to start swinging. Well, I don't think it's going to pay off for them. We'll see. We are out of Welders, so we have no way to accelerate energy anymore, besides our last B-String, but I guess there is a good chance they actually don't knock out this Blacephalon this turn, so maybe that is pretty reasonable to happen. Maybe we will be able to use that last B-String. We don't have a whole ton of cards left in deck, and we do have the Hapu to help us dig, plus the Heat Factory. We can see a whole lot of cards this turn if we want to. There's the Retreat to the Raichu, and then the Energy Switch. So it's going to have to be followed up with a Dedenne or something of the sort. Custom Catcher for 2. That also draws them cards. There's the Cherish Ball for the Dedenne. So now they're looking for their Thunder Mountain, because it's the only form of energy acceleration left in their deck. Oh no, they play the Rayquaza. All right, Rayquaza works as well. So they might be able to get the knockout here with the Tandem Shock. That does leave us in a little bit of an awkward spot, for sure. I think in the case where they do knock this out, which I think they're going to, I mean, we could lose this to double Custom Catcher on the following turn. So this one's actually still pretty close, because we can't take a knockout this turn, because we're out of Welder, unfortunately. So we're going to have to go with, like, Sacrifice Mew, bench Blacephalon. Or I'd sacrifice the Poipole to make sure I can retreat it next turn. Bench Blacephalon, attach to Blacephalon, send up Poipole, pass. We try and get some energy in the discard pile to do some charging ups as well. Let's see, there's 5 here, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 3 fires left in the deck. There is only 14 fire energy in this build as opposed to the 15 that you usually see in Blacephalon decks. I guess they need an energy switch as well yet. They still haven't found the energy switch for the Rayquaza. I'm talking like they're already knocking us out, but they aren't there quite yet. They need the energy switch up to the Raichu to hit us with the Tandem Shock. Yeah, the Rayquaza is not something you always see. I really like the Rayquaza personally in PikaROM builds. But yeah, it's not something you always see. So it was a little bit unexpected, but yeah, definitely very good at times like these. That's what I mean to say. There's a Stadium Nav. Will it do it for him? Double Tails. Oh no, I think they're maybe out of ways to find him. We'll see here in just a second. Yeah, there's the Broken Heart from our opponent. No energy switch. And then there's the pass. All right, so we are going to take this one. We do have access to 6 energy here. We can even go like this, get ourselves another fire, and then we could like Heat Factor it away. Yeah, we had plenty of ways to get up to the 6 energy here. A little bit of an awkward hand. We had a little bit of an awkward hand because of the welders all leaving the hand in like one turn. But we're able to recover just fine, and we will get that Mind Blown for 6 energy to knock out this Raichu to close out this first game against the PikaROM deck. I do feel like this matchup is pretty good for Blacephalon overall, so this is about how I expected it to go. It was getting really close there at the end. We had a little bit of an awkward start. They went for the Tag Vault early. I think they should have gone for the full blitz, but either way, we're able to come out on top. We had a little bit of that awkward hand with the welders as well, but yeah, we're able to come out on top here in this first game. Against Whimsicott here in this one. All right, we'll see how this goes. I'm not quite sure how the Whimsicott matchup goes. I think I definitely want access to a Heatran in this matchup. There is one in there still, so I think I'm going to go ahead and discard this other one with this Mysterious Treasure. I think I only need access to 1 Heatran, and we definitely want to set up as many what do they call it as possible. So this one's just going to come down to the coin flips, man. This one is going to be like, yeah, definitely going to be an interesting matchup. Not really. It's going to be I don't even know, man. This is going to be a weird one. Let's see here. So I do want to have the Beast Energy. Well, there is a Psychic Energy in this deck. I guess I didn't really check to see if that was in there. Should have checked that. We do want to keep the Fire Energy though, because we want to be able to Welder to the Blacephalon. So I think I am just going to attach the Beast Energy to the Blacephalon and then pass. And then we do have the Psychic in there, and our goal with the Psychic is going to be to snipe stuff off the bench, specifically Porygon, if we get the chance. So our opponent opening up with a Rainbow into the Dust Gathering. I think it might be a quick dub here for us. We'll see if our opponent has any kind of follow-up. We are going to Welder to our active here. Draw some cards. Nothing too spectacular. Definitely going to go ahead and get ourselves that Naganadel GX. The Psychic is in the deck, which is good for us. I'm going to go ahead and ditch this Poipole guy, I think. Draw some more cards with the Ultra Conversion. 1, 2, 3. And go ahead and attach the Psychic here, I think, for the turn. And then Mind Blown, discard that 1 fire for the knockout on this Cottonee. And then, yeah, our opponent is forced into the Blitzel. They maybe at least have a Zebstrika going on for them, so they might have at least that going for them. We'll see here in just a second what they have going on. There's a Diantha, so they're going to be able to get back the Cottonee and the Rainbow Energy. But they're going to need a little bit more than that to stay in this game, I think. We definitely would want to see... I wouldn't hate using double Custom Catcher here to knock that Cottonee out, meaning our opponent has no way into a Whimsicott GX on the following turn. Let's start with Welder again. Welder onto the Blacephalon. 3, bench a... Well, we can evolve this guy. I'm probably going to need another Blacephalon anyway. It's going to go ahead and bench him. I'm going to hold, or I could just attach this to the active, or bench, doesn't matter, and then just Mind Blown it away. Seems fine. I'm going to treasure away a Lily. Get ourselves another Poipole. Or I could get the Nag GX and then just Ultra Conversion that away. Draw some more cards into the hand, because I think I'm going to go with the Hapu on the following turn, potentially. Just kind of hold the hand. Don't need to... Yeah, now we're definitely going to hold the hand. Attach for turn. And then Mind Blown, just get rid of that one. Knock out the Blitzel. Yeah, now we're definitely holding the hand. We have 3 Beast Rings in it. There's no reason to ever get rid of this hand. This is everything we need to potentially close out the game. Close out the game here. It's just all the Beast Rings. There is the Whimsicott. So they'll be able to get into that toy box. But I don't know how useful that will actually end up being for them. We'll see. Let's see, it only prevents damage. Yeah, so we can still bursting burn our opponent, which is probably what we're gonna go for. We're probably just gonna go for the bursting burn. We are gonna hop. We're gonna thin out the deck and then Hapu, and try and get double customs and then knock out the Porygon. But if we whiff that play, we will just go for the bursting burn. We're gonna play the Cherish Ball, treasure away something, use the Ultra Space, thin out the deck as much as possible, and then go with the try and find custom catchers off Hapu. If we whiff the custom catchers on the Hapu, then we will just go for the bursting burn on the active, confuse and burn that guy. Yeah, ideally want to get rid of this Porygon here, or get the reset stamp would also be nice. Oh, there's one custom catcher, so that's a start. Cherish Ball, gonna get ourselves the Heatran, I think. Give ourselves the Heatran option. An Ultra Space into a well, Naganadel is okay, I guess. Treasure away the fire. Get ourselves a Poiple. And then yeah, Hapu. Looking for customs. Oof, no custom catcher it looks like. Let's see. What do we even want out of those, man? We have the triple B string, so energy acceleration really isn't a problem. So Welder doesn't even seem that good. Blacephalon and Fire almost seem like the best two things to take. Mew's not going to be good. Heat Factor we don't really need. Cynthia, we have a Cynthia in hand. Welder, we have triple B string, so we don't really need energy acceleration anymore at this point. So I think we just go with these two. That's fine with me. No custom, unfortunately, but we're going to have to live with that. That's fine. Like I said, we're just going to go with the bursting burn here. I'm going to attach to this guy, charging up an energy. And then, yeah, bursting burn, it is going to be the play here. Yeah, bursting burn. Burn and confuse. They can't stop that at the very least, so we can get through that. They don't get to flip for that, potentially prevent that. And now that they stayed burned for another turn, they do have to deal with that, which means we'll need one less energy on a Mind Blown to take a knockout. Once they do finally knock out the Blacephalon, we'll probably knock out the Porygon. I'm not sure on that quite yet. This is kind of a weird matchup. I don't know the best way to play this, really. It's kind of an interesting one. I don't know if we should be chasing Porygon, but if they're going to go for the one-shot on us, I feel like we just have to respond with trying to one-shot them back. So we could just bursting burn them again, but I feel like we should probably just go to try and knock them out in response. There's a heads, so there is the knockout. So I feel like we should just try and knock them back out in response to them knocking us out. I don't know, man. This one is, because like otherwise they're just going to keep swinging, and we won't be able to keep up eventually. Yeah, so I think we just have to go with try and get the knockout here. I think it has to be the game plan. I don't think there's really anything else to be done. All right, well, we pretty much have everything we'd ever need. That's cool. Let's go with the V-strings. Here, pretty much out of energy at this point. Yeah, that's all of our energy, pretty much. Can't think of a better way to do this, though. We could have hit with a Heatran, which we could still do, actually. We could still go with the Steaming Stomp, so that way we don't lose our energy. I feel like that's probably a little bit better, actually, so we're just going to go with that. 1, 2, I don't know, 3 seems fine. Yeah. Onto that guy. Charging up, because they are still burned, so they will take 20 more damage going into their turn, which works for me. Nothing left in the deck. That's fine. We're about to deck out. So yeah, Steaming Stomp is going to be the move here. Tails do hit for the 130. Burned happens. I just realized we don't have another energy for this guy here now, so I should have really sent up a Naganadel initially. Don't have the option for the snipe with this guy. Okay, there's a fire energy, so this guy can attack fine now. There's 2 fire energy, so we're good to go. I guess I should have actually left the energy on this guy and pulled him off this guy, so that way I could potentially Venom Shot something plus Burst GX. So I think I messed that up a little bit as well. So we're not in the best of spots. We still have Custom Catcher, so we could go Burst GX plus double Custom Catcher to KO something. But we do need to find the Custom Catchers. We have a very small deck left, and all 3 of them are left, so it's very possible we're able to pull it off. We could go like Turning Point, Custom Catcher, or Blitzel, Turning Point, knock it out into Burst GX. I think would be our ideal game plan. I think that's what we're going to go for here. Yeah, we're going to go for knock out this Blitzel with double customs and Turning Point. and then Burst GX on the next turn to win the game. Because if they do, unless they don't knock out our Heatran, because then we can just go with swing with Heatran, potentially into swing with the, and then go into a Burst GX. It really depends on what our opponent has on their turn. So it really depends on what our opponent has. If they don't even get the one shot here, I think we just definitely win. We'll see. Yeah, so there's no one shot there. There's the second custom catcher. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and do this. Get this Naganadel out of the deck. Double custom. I think I will Ultra Conversion first, actually. If we get like a Cynthia or something, I wouldn't mind playing it to just kind of like see everything. Yeah, so double custom catchers. We're gonna go ahead and get rid of the Zebstrika. Charging up this guy. Now we are in a spot where we still have our GX attack. We're gonna knock this guy out with Steaming Stomp. If I Cynthia, we're just gonna go ahead and hold the Cynthia. Yeah, Steaming Stomp, knockout, boom, 130 damage, go down to 1 prize card. We have Burst GX still. There should be no way for our opponent to ever win this game. They would have to have some crazy play, some crazy turn. Everything can retreat, so they can't double custom and stick something in the active. We still have our Burst GX, which draws us our last prize card, so there should be no way we ever lose this game. Go ahead and let our opponent play it out, see if they can come up with something. They should be able to get at least one more knockout here, especially with that triple attachment there. So we're probably getting knocked out. They'll get down to 2 prize cards, but that's not quite enough to win them the game. So I think we're in a good spot here. I think we're in a very good spot here. We'll see. Yep, there's the energy. Here comes the knockout. But we have the follow-up of the Burst GX to just close this one out. There's nothing our opponent can do about it. The ability does not apply to us being able to use our GX attack. So easy dub here in the end. Our opponent had a really slow start, which, you know, in the end, I think we need. It would have come down to just flips through Fluffy Cotton if we hadn't. So taking big advantage of our opponent's slow start here, making the prize trade work out for us, not allowing our opponent to really ever get back into the game with the Whimsicott. And there it is. Take the dub here over the Whimsicott deck in our second game, final game here. And that's going to do it for this video on Blacephalon. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to give it a like. Very interesting, like I said, very interesting list that Shintaro decided to bring for the Blacephalon deck. Very cool list. Definitely recommend trying it out yourselves. If you did enjoy the video, give it a like. If you're enjoying the content, subscribe. Leave your thoughts in the comment section down below. Links for all my social medias, Twitch live stream in the description below. Have a good day. Thanks for watching, and peace.